Let's rank the biggest albums of 2010. 16 years later, let's see which albums still hold up. The 10th biggest album of 2010 was My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye. Now, I know Kanye is a complete toolbag, but I will say, when people credit Kanye for being incredibly influential and innovative within the music industry, this is the album that started that conversation very seriously. And I can't deny, this album is pretty peak. It's not my favorite Kanye album, but it's really fucking good. The 9th biggest album of 2010 was Animal by Kesha, an album that, looking back, is also fairly influential in a lot of ways. I know some people think that we're in a pop recession, which I don't really buy, but when you go back and hear how campy and carefree this album is, you kind of start to see it a bit more. And I'd say it's a banging album. It still holds up very well. The 8th biggest album of 2010 was My Kind of Party by Jason Aldean. Now, back in 2010, I was not a country guy, especially this kind of folk southern rock style country. But now, I think this album is good. It's cozy and consistent, and overall, I liked it. The 7th biggest album of 2010 was Need You Now by Lady A, or formerly Lady Antebellum. It's another country record, but this one's definitely more country pop. And Need You Now, the album's title track, is one of my favorite country songs ever. I don't even really classify it as country, considering how it's sonically so universal. It's the first song you hear on this album, and none of the following 10 tracks you hear after even come close to matching its quality. So yes, the album is good, but it's a shame that it peaks right at the start. The 6th biggest album of 2010 was My World 2.0 by Justin Bieber. It's not my favorite Bieber album, but one that I still like, and one that still did a lot. Like, it gave us Baby, That Should Be Me, Somebody to Love. It's a good album, but this was before Justin became great. The 5th biggest album of 2010 was Loud by Rihanna. Rihanna's 5th album, and at that time, her best album. It might still be her best album. Like, its only competition is Anti, but those two albums are so freaking different that you can't really compare them. In terms of pop, this album is peak, no question. The 4th biggest album of 2010 was Speak Now by Taylor Swift. Technically, this is another country album. I obviously say that very loosely, but this is actually my favorite Taylor Swift record. I think this is the Taylor album with the highest highs. Like Enchanted, I've always said Enchanted is easily her best song. And overall, the album is banging. I still love it. The 3rd biggest album of 2010 was Recovery by Eminem. Now, this coming after Relapse and Encore, two albums that I didn't love, and I know most of the fans also didn't love. It had a lot to live up to, and people seem to think that this was a great return to form for M, but to be honest, I still didn't really love it that much. The singles were good, you know, Not Afraid, Love the Way You Lie, but the album as a whole, I'd say it's just fine. There are Eminem records that are far superior for me. The 2nd biggest album of 2010 was Doo-Wops and Hooligans by Bruno Mars. You want to talk about a great album debut? One where basically every song is good to genuinely great? This is it right here. It's quick, it's tight, it's fun. It is peak. And at number 1, the biggest album of 2010 was Teenage Dream by Katy Perry. If you watched me for a while, you already know how I feel about this album, but to put it briefly, this is one of the best pop albums ever made, period. Its impact, its influence, it's still very much being felt today. It is going in peak. It's my favorite record out of all of these. Let me know your ranks in the comments.